Hey everyone, welcome back to M&M PTE NAATI. This is Manmohit. Now guys, in today's video, I am going to share with you in detail about right email topic in your PTE core exam. PTE course booking are all open now, so you should have got a proper plan in your mind as to when you're going to book your exam, what scores are you aiming for, all those kind of things. And in this video, I am going to break down this entire right email, including all the tips, the basic stuff, introduction of this topic, the template that we have created as to the one that can get you a perfect score in your right email topic of your PT core exam, and all the additional things that I would be sharing in the video. So take good notes. If you have to, do rewatch the video just to understand how this works. And before I proceed, if you need any sort of help and support with your PT core exam, PT academic exam, or even the NAATI exam, NAATI CCL, Hindi, Punjabi or Gujarati, we do have coaching available and the material available across all of them. Do get in touch with us on either Instagram or Facebook and we can have a discussion around the same. Let's have a look at how write an email topic would work. Now this topic, write an email, as the name says, this is part of your writing module. As the name says, write email, and this topic only contribute marks towards the writing module and no other module. We know in the PT exam there are certain topics that do score sharing, as in one topic will contribute marks in two different topics. In the core exam, in this write email topic, it is only giving you towards the writing module. In terms of the word limit, now I would be elaborating on that a bit as to how much scores you can get if you type less than that or more than that and stuff in the next slide. But for now, according to Pearson, the word limit that they have given to you guys is 50 to 120 words, anything in between. However, they also say to write at least 100 words. And this is what we would recommend as well. If you're typing between 50 to 120 words, you should be aiming for at least 100 words and a maximum of 120 words, no more than that, but no less than 100 as well, if you are someone who's aiming for a full score in write email topic. In terms of typing an email, the question that you would be getting in the exam, you would be given a total of 9 minutes to type down your email, and that includes everything: reading the question, thinking about the ideas, typing everything down, proofreading everything. Every single thing is within 9 minutes you have to complete. So you have to practice really hard and properly before giving your exam, just so that you have got a habit of completing this topic within 9 minutes. And you can get 2 to 3 questions in the exam. So minimum there would be 2 emails, maximum it could be 3. Contributes approximately 10 to 15 marks out of 90 in your writing, like I discussed earlier. So it works out to be approximately 5 marks per email. So if you get 2 email questions, you get about 10 marks out of 90. And if you get about 3 emails, then you get about approximately 15 marks out of 90. Most likely you would be getting 2 emails, but yes, there is a chance that you may end up getting 3 emails. So you do have to work really hard, practice well, memorize the template properly, which I would be sharing after this, just so that you can make sure you can achieve these 10 to 15 marks. Even if you're someone who's aiming for 65, 50 or 79, which is 6, 7 or 8 band, this topic will definitely prove helpful, because 10 to 15 marks are a lot, especially just going towards your writing module. Now let's have a look in terms of scoring. Now Pearson has divided the scoring into these 7 different components. So these 7 different things would be tested, starting with content. Your content, as in what sort of information that or ideas that you would be contributing from your side, would be part of your content. Email conventions. Email convention as in following the proper format of the email. Your email has to have a salutation, as in when we say dear sir, hi, friend, whatever we say at the very beginning, that. Then it has to have an introduction where you explain what you're going to talk about. It has to have a conclusion when you conclude your email, and it has to have a farewell where you conclude, but then at the end you provide a farewell saying yours sincerely, yours faithfully, yours thankfully, all those at the end kind of things when you provide them. That's called your farewell. And in order to get a full score in your write email topic, you have to include all 4. So you have to make sure these 4 things are definitely there apart from anything else. Next is form. Form I will be discussing in the next slide, which is the word limit, the proper breakdown of that. Organization means your flow, your ideas. The ideas that you would be contributing from your side, they have to be logical, as in they have to be related to the topic. Plus they should flow very organized in your essay. It should not be your ideas are all over the place. Ideas have to be organized and in a flow. If you are in support of something, your email should sound like that. If you are against something, your email should sound like that. If you're giving both of the ideas, you should have one idea of that, one idea for the other one, but it should flow in a proper flow and it should be organized and the idea should be related to your essay. Next one being grammar, vocab and spellings. Grammar as in all those punctuation marks, the grammar has to be correct. Vocabulary, you do not have to worry about it because once you memorize the template and you type it down word by word, vocabulary is already taken care of that. So you do not really have to think of many difficult words from your side. You just keep it simple. And last but not the least is spelling. I cannot stress that enough. You have to make sure every single word is spelled correctly. I have seen students, they will memorize the template well, they will have the simple ideas, they type it down, but they make few typo errors, which is very common. Everyone can do typo errors, but that is why in the exam you have to have at least 2 to 3 minutes at the very end where you can proofread your entire email to make sure there is no typo error, there is no spelling mistake, because otherwise you will be losing marks for no reason, and that is the last thing we need in this easy task once you actually understand how to perform that. Now let's look at the form. Now, everyone in the form part should be aiming for a perfect 2, not even 1 and definitely not 0, because the moment you get 0 in the form, you get 0 for the entire email. So we're not gonna aim for that. Your aim should be getting 2, which means you have to have between 50 to 120 words, preferably at least 100 words and above. If you type between 30 to 49 words or 121 to 140 words, so more than 120 and less than 50, that's when you lose 1 mark in the form, and you should not be doing that. You should practice that enough to make sure you fall between 50 to 120 words. Now, another 2 reasons you can get a 0 in the form would be the response is written in capital letters. Like you have written the entire email in capital uppercase letters, that's a straight 0. Computer cannot understand that. Or second would be it does not contain any punctuations. You have just typed down an email, every single thing word by word, but there's no comma, there's no full stop, there's nothing, no punctuations, you again get a straight 0 for that. So keep these 2 things in mind as well for the form part. Now, let's just have a look at this question. I would also be giving you a template and a sample answer for you to refer to how to fill in the template. But for now, the question says, first let's read out the heading. It says, read a description of a situation, then write an email about the situation. You will have 9 minutes. Like we discussed, you should aim to write at least 100 words. Even Pearson is asking you to type at least 100 words, so we have to make sure we follow that, and write using complete sentences. Question says your manager Julia, so they've already given us a name, is thinking about letting everyone work from home 2 days a week instead of going to the office. Fair enough. Write an email to your manager explaining why you think it is a good idea. So here, because they've already stated, we have to explain to the manager why this is a good idea. We are not going to say anything about why that is a bad idea, because they have not asked us to give us any bad information for that. We are just going to be in support of working from home instead of working from the office. So that's what we are supposed to do. Your reasons must come from the following 3 themes. It has to come from an email point of view. It has to come from a transport point of view. And it has to come from a family and life point of view. So that means you have to cover your email and your ideas have to be related to these 3 components only. You can have anything extra if you want, but I don't think you will have the word limit for that. But these 3 things, that means these 3 keywords you definitely have to use. Include all 3 themes and provide supporting ideas. So we have to make sure we include all these 3 things and our ideas have to revolve around that. So this is the template that we're going to use. I have also put the link of the same template in the description box below. So you can download it from there and keep it as a copy, or you can even write this template down in your own handwriting in your notebook, just so you can memorize it easily. So you can download that from the description box. So that's the template that we're going to use. Let's understand how this template would work. So first it says hello/dear and then the name of the person. So depending on who you're greeting, if you're greeting who is someone who is your friend or family or someone, in that case you put the word hello. But if you're putting an email to someone who is a professional, let's say a teacher or a professor or someone, in that case you will write the word dear, either or, and then the name of the person. Most likely they will give you the name of the person in the email heading itself, as you have to write an email to this person. If they do not give you the name of the person, you can just create any name, Alex, Sam, doesn't matter. But if they have given you a name, you have to make sure you use that same name in there. Next sentence. I'm writing this email about topic sentence. So whatever it's in the uppercase and bold, you have to replace that with your own content. Here it's asking for topic sentence. Keep it simple. Topic sentence means something from the email heading itself. So we're not going to create something from our side. We are just going to take the exact same thing that is given to us in the question. We are not using our brain at this point. We are just copy and pasting. If you look at the question was, Julia is thinking about letting everyone work from home 2 days a week instead of going into the office. So my topic sentence would be, I'm writing this email as you're thinking about giving everyone 2 days work from home instead of going to the office. Just using the same sentence, I might have to remove the word about in this case just to make it grammatically sound correct. Other than that, I'm not paraphrasing, I'm using the exact same sentence and typing it down. Next sentence. To start with, I would like to shed some light on topic sentence again. Now keep this in mind. You're dealing with a computer, Pearson software. We are not supposed to paraphrase at all. We are not going to do it because we don't want to risk our marks and time for no reason. You have to use the same topic sentence again. The only thing you can do in this case would be to reduce the length of your topic sentence because you also have to make sure of the word limit. So you might shorten your sentence a bit, but in terms of paraphrasing, it's a big no-no. You do not have to do it. Just use the same sentence again. So what I would say is, to start with, I would like to shed some light on working from home, or you thinking about giving people work from home, or shedding some light on 2 days work from home instead of coming into the office. You can just pick some part of that big sentence and put it there. You don't have to paraphrase. The only reason I'm reducing the length of that is just to make sure I stay in the word limit. That's all. As I believe this is an important subject and needs to be addressed, is all template. You just have to memorize it word by word. Next, firstly, I feel idea 1. Now, in the next sentence, it also asks for idea 2. So what are ideas? Ideas means something that you have to create from your side, which are related to the topic itself. Now, my ideas can be good ones, my ideas can be bad ones. It just depends on what they have asked from me. Question says, Julia is thinking of giving you 2 days work from home instead of going to the office. Write an email to her explaining why is it a good thing. Because it's a good thing, we have to think of 2 ideas which are positive, similar sounding ideas as something which is a positive statement. Now here you have to think about something. If she's giving you 2 days work from home instead of going in the office, what benefits can you get out of it? So what benefits can you think of when you work from home? But also at the same time, you have to keep in mind, we have to include these 3 things: email, transport, and family life. Basically, they're asking you to include these keywords in the email. The word email itself, I don't need to worry about because I've already used the word email over here. I'm writing this email, so that keyword is already covered. The only 2 things that I'm going to cover is family life and transport. So you have to think of your ideas which are positive and that include the word family life and transport. Family life, I can say people will have a better family life and work balance, right? Because if they're working from home, they will have more time to spend with their family. And for the transport, I can say, because you're working from home, it will save you time and money on the transport. Like the travel, it will cut down the cost for the travel. It will also cut down on the time. So these are the 2 ideas that I have to include. Both of these are positive. They're good ones. Plus both of these have included the keywords that the computer was looking from you. So that is all about your ideas. If you look in this next sentence, I've used the word additionally / however. You have to pick any one of it, not both. Depending on how your ideas are, you might have to pick a different word. Since here both of my ideas are similar, both are positive, that means I would be using the word additionally. If my ideas were different, opposite, if one idea was positive and one idea was negative, in that case I would have used the word however. But in this case, both my ideas are positive. In this case, both my ideas have to use the word additionally in between. And then to conclude, I feel that the ideas that I've shared above will add immense value to the, again, topic sentence. What was my topic sentence? Again, this big sentence, but because of word limit, you might have to reduce the length of the sentence. Here I can just say work from home. I feel that the ideas that I've shared above will add immense value to the work from home or to the working from home. That's it. warm regards, comma, and your name. If they have given your name in the email itself, you can write your name from the email itself. If they haven't given you the name, you can just write any random word. You don't have to write down your specific name. You might just pick the easiest word. You can write Alex, Sam, easy English sounding words, English sounding names, just so to make it easy for the computer. That's about it. And now I'm giving you a sample answer. You can either take a screenshot of that, take a picture of that, even write this down, whatever works for you. So I don't want you to memorize this email content that I've given you, but it's a good reference for you to understand how to type an email with the same ideas that I've used, same content that I've used. So what I've done is, dear Julia, comma, I'm writing this email as you're thinking about letting everyone work from home for 2 days a week instead of going to the office. I've used the exact same essay statement. I haven't even changed a single word in this. To start with, I would like to shed some light on letting everyone work from home for 2 days a week. Again, the same thing, but reduced words. As I believe this is an important subject and needs to be addressed. Firstly, I feel positive idea that it will improve the family life and work balance for everyone. So I've used the exact keyword family life. You don't have to paraphrase the keywords, use the same ones. Additionally, I also believe that it will save time and money for transport. So I've included the word transport as well, and again, it's a positive idea. To conclude, I feel that the ideas that I have shared above will add immense value to working from home. Again, same topic sentence, but reduced words. Why? Because at the end, when you say warm regards, Sam, if you look on the right hand side, I've already written down 113 words, and your maximum word limit is 120. So have you written at least 100 words? Yes, you have. Is your word limit between 50 to 120? Absolutely. This template is already covering your vocabulary, so you don't have to worry about that. I've proofread all the words. That means there is no spelling mistake. I've put all the punctuations at the correct places like commas and full stop. That means I will not be losing any marks in the grammar. I have included all the 4 things that are required in email conventions: my salutation, my introduction, my conclusion to conclude, and then at the end, farewell. So content, I have included my ideas. Organization, I have included some logical ideas in a flow. So I have ticked all the boxes for writing an email, and computer is happy with my answer. In the end, computer gives me a full score. So this is why memorizing the template is very important, as it will cut a lot of time for you in the exam, because you are not thinking about a lot of content. You've already memorized a set number of words. You type all those words down word by word. Word limit is already taken care of. You keep your idea simple and short and to the point, and you get your full score. This is how you type your email in the exam and you get your full score. Follow this video thoroughly, take some good notes, rewatch it if you have to, download the template from the link in the description, and you would be fine. If you need any sort of help and support with your PTE core exam or academic, or NAATI, Hindi, Punjabi or Gujarati for the coaching or prediction files, do get in touch with us on either Instagram or Facebook, and we can have a discussion. All the best if you have got your exams coming soon. Stay safe wherever you are, and I will see you all in the next video.